Okay, there's a low hedge in front of us. We can just plough through that. So let's do that way. So yeah, the more work you have to put in to get the crop, the higher the value per hectare of crop is. Now, personally, I don't find sugar beets too much of a pain. Obviously, if you're harvesting a million litres or more, then yeah, that's a lot of work you do. But you know, conversely, if you were doing a wheat field and baling it, you would have a similar workload. Potatoes, especially with the tractor hauled kit, which only has 1.5 meter work width, frankly not a fan. The potato harvester, not bad, but $500,000 to buy. Sugar cane, horrible, just because you have to do it the same way as I'm doing this. You either put the harvester on a worker and follow it around, or if you've got follow me, you put the tractor on follow me and drive the harvester. And for headlands, that's basically what we have to do. Once we've got the headland cleared, I can start making inroads with a worker through the field, and just follow it with the tractor. But there's always the run back to the yard. But yeah, with friends, the hard work crops aren't quite so hard work, and so you will get more money. In Farm Sim 22, I think the finding was if you plant once, sugar beet is the most profitable crop. So prepare the field, plant the seeds, harvest the result. Sugar beets is your friend. However, if you discount the price of seed, and potatoes uses 5 times the amount of seed, and I think sugar cane uses 30 times the amount of seed. That's a big offset. But after the first year, you can use the potatoes that you harvested last year as your seed crop for the next year. So while it's not exactly free, you have to take into account that, well, I could have sold it for £200 per litre or $200 per litre, or 1,000 litres. It's cheap. It's significantly cheaper than buying pallets of seed. So over time, potatoes is going to beat sugar beets for profit, just because you can replant every year. Sugar cane, however, even more of your friend. You plant that thing once, and you keep harvesting it every year until you get bored. So effectively, it's gonna cost you an absolute fortune in seeds to get it in the ground. But once it's in the ground, it's making far more money. It sells for far more per acre than both sugar beets and potatoes. But you can't do it once. You have to do it for multiple years. And that's the problem with sugarcane, or the benefit of sugarcane. Now, in Farm Sim 17, we were told that it would only yield 3 times. But I'm not sure. I never saw anyone prove that. The problem was after you'd harvested it 3 times, the field yield would drop, because you need to harvest. You need to plough every 3 harvests. From Farm Sim 19 onwards, and again, I've never seen it prove that you only get 3 3 harvests from Farm Sim 19 sugarcane, but you can lime it. So once you've done the 3rd harvest, you just run out there with the lime spreader, put lime on the field to restore the yield bonus, and get back to harvesting it each year. Okay, that's that. Turn that on, lower that down, and it's not going to move. Lift it up, move it, turn it on, and there we go. So, but I have seen someone in Farm Sim 22 has proven that sugar cane will yield forever. So as soon as you harvest it, it will grow back. And again, you've got the every 3rd harvest you have to lime the field. And Starbucks64, welcome to Saturday morning stream. We are, as you can see, foraging fresh maize, which leads to the complicated topic of is it worth it? Now we put about 100,000 litres, I can check that, but we put about 100,000 litres in the farm silo, so we have some winter feed for our sheep that is a grass replacement. Shame clover doesn't work, but I don't know what the deal with that is. This is the farming agency version of this map, which is set up to use Maize Plus, which is why the sheep food isn't just hay all year, or hay and grass all year. For the record, I almost never feed sheep grass, because you cut it with seasons on, it rots away very quickly, so kind of a waste of time making grass bales. They don't eat silage, so not a thing unless you're running Maize Plus. So I tend to, since I have to cut it anyway, I will tend to run a tedder over a grass cut, just so that it's hay and it'll last forever, because pretty much always play with seasons in 17 and 19. 22 pretty much always play with seasons, but it's not Real Ismus's seasons, so there is no rotting of grass or hay if it rains, in spite of the fact I've seen some YouTubers claim otherwise, because they're so used to playing seasons Real Ismus and have got used to, if I leave my hay in the field it will rot. If you leave your hay in the field in Farm Sim 22, it will still be there when you come back, even if you end up with 20 feet of snow over it. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry, quick interruption. I am back. We are turning the engine off. Stepping the wrong way. Okay, and that's another load of fresh maize. Oh, I was going to check how much we actually got in the silo. That one there. Silage, fresh maize. We have 93,000 litres, and like I said, I probably reckon that 93,000 litres is way more than we're ever going to need. That looks like our entrance, so this is not an ideal turnout, but it's just a hedge, it doesn't have a fence in it. Okay, back in the cab so we can see driving between the trees. And So begins the long trek back to the farm. Another great thing about Farm Sim 22, I wouldn't be doing this. I would probably have rented 2 forage trailers, and I would be hauling with both of my big tractors, and they'd be doing the worker thing to head back to the farm and dump. I guess the thing is since we do have the farm silo, yeah, one thing I could do is just dump into the farm silo everything, and then selectively pull out some fresh maize and put it into the silage bunker, because I don't really have much in the problem is you fill up these silage bunkers, they get to the point where it's just difficult. You can't do it quickly, and I'm paying rental on the forage harvester and the trailer here. We can go in this way now. We'll see. We'll probably dump a couple of loads into the silage bunker, but eventually we're going to have to compact it. And I won't be able to dump fresh maize into it easily because the trailer will just get stuck. The only big shovel we've got is the one on the telehandler. So, yeah, that's as it may be. Although that said, I did learn something new about, where is it? This belt systems. This piece of kit. Now this is a high dump belt, so you need to get stuff loaded on it, but once it's loaded on it, you can turn the wheel sideways and put a worker on this, and it will sweep backwards and forwards to fill something up. Works quite well on some if you were using an open shed to dump sugar beets or potatoes into. It works very well to distribute it across an arc. In theory, dumping into this type of silo would also work. Okay, so we will reverse this as best I can. And I have no idea what mod that is that tells me we are unloading fresh maize and how compact it is. Okay. Try and fill all the way to the back as I can, and hopefully it's not leaking through the wall. There we go. Okay, that works. And it says we got 51,000 litres. So if I can unload this thing all the way at the back, this may not be as frustrating a task as I'm expecting it to be. I'm still not sure I'm going to do the second field as forage. It's just a bonus, effectively we got bonus barley out of this because there was enough time to run a barley crop and still have time to plant corn and forage it, possibly harvest it. But the barley was the bonus. This crop is the test, and we've proven the test works, so yay happiness. Approximately 100,000 litres of fresh maize. That's going to last the sheep years. I think they tend to eat about 1,000 litres. And since we're stuck in traffic, fresh grass 3,500. Oh, actually 6,200, 6,200. So that's potentially 369. Well, call it 10,000 per day, and we've got to go through 9 days of winter. Well, maybe I should put a couple more trailer loads in the silo just to cover all the bases. Because over winter we're going to be breeding more sheep, and so they're going to be eating more food. But right now, we are going to concentrate on this task. And the nice thing is sunflowers aren't ready, the sugar beets aren't ready, the potatoes aren't. Well, I say that now. The sugar beets weren't ready, the potatoes weren't ready, but potentially they could be.
Kate.
Okay, I will take a quick round. Where's my forage harvester gone? Good grief. As I said, this is getting easier and easier. Another couple of rows on this, and we should be able to just do this and come back straight to the harvest and not have to go all the way around the field.
You don't have to do it right now.
Oh, that's good.
Sometime today. All Christmas away except the tree.
I forgot. You can't follow me from a side.
So she said they try to come this week.
Okay. I need to put this on a worker, and actually I need to turn the engine on first. And take care of Mrs. Osa. I personally will be back in a few minutes, but for now we're going to be a little bit silent, just watching the harvester work. That's a relatively straight edge, so the worker should possibly maybe work out fine. Well, that didn't seem to work out too well. So, let's turn the worker off. This is always the problem with this setup, but we now have a straight edge, so we can do this, at least while that worker is on follow me and able to do so. Come on, you come and catch up now. Plough down that crop, which workers don't do, so yay. I don't know why the tractor and harvester got caught up there, but oh well. Of course, that's the problem here, is the worker is on the wrong side. I think what I might do, when we, well, kind of got to get the tractor out of the crop now. But once we've done that, I have a cunning plan. Okay. Here is my cunning plan. A plan so cunning you could put a tail on it and call it a fox. And if you get that reference, I'm impressed. This is not an easy... place to extricate myself from, but I think we've managed it. Okay, so the plan is this as close as I can. I put this back on follow me and I do a left offset of 6. He gets and knocks the harvester over, but we are good. Harvester is running. We can now do this line here. Excuse me. Hey, tractor. Get your life figured out. Let's get you alongside. Thank you. And turn the blinky lights off the top. Okay. And for some reason the harvester doesn't care to unload this section. Well, this is awesome. Weird. Okay. Well, we're just going to plough all of this up and not get any benefit from it then, I guess. Don't know what the deal is. I wonder if there's some issue here with unloading on the right. No, because we had this going the other way, unloading on the left. But for some reason, the harvester and tractor are just having all sorts of issues. And then swing round here. I'm not sure if the tractor's going to manage much of what I just what I did there. No, Mr. Tractor, I think I am going to have to